Well, hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, ex-JW Smurf Girl, Rose Bundy. This is Watchtower After Dark. Hey Mitch, how's it going?
What's up? It's good. How are you?
Good, it's good to see you.
Good to see you
So
too.
good. Um, so anyway, let's get down to business. I got my little book. I've got my little journal book, and I want to talk about dating in the Jehovah's Witnesses and out, but also underage marriages. I was a part of underage, being in underage marriage, because it all goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? Of what dating is like in the witnesses, and getting into those underage marriages, of how that works, because those underage marriages is how they get rid of those abuse victims. It goes from abuse, and then the moment they turn 16 or whatever the legal age is to get them signed away, or the sooner the better, is what the organization will do. And I'm the perfect example of that.
Wow.
So did you notice that? You're newly out, so you saw that more recently than I have.
I mean, I've known some that got married at 18 and 19 years old.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't seen that much myself.
Okay.
It was alarming when you
16.
told.
What?
It was alarming when you told me.
Yeah, because I could be signed away at 16 because it would, I mean, I would think that if I told people, as demonized Smurf Girl, the Jehovah's Witnesses, that, oh no, everything was fine and I got married at a normal age like everybody else, like a normal human being, people would be shocked. Like, there's a reason my story is so shocking, is because all of it makes complete and utter sense. That of course, abuse, rumors, getting married off at 16, the moment I was legal. My mom, when we went to get the marriage license, we were at the assembly at the Tucson Convention Center.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like Friday, where the courthouse was open. And so we went to the courthouse, and Mom went with, and she signed me away, because her getting rid of me was more important than exposing something where her husband, my stepfather, could get arrested.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, I got to get rid of Rose Bundy. She's a big giant problem. And it was right after my dad had gotten the electric chair. He got the electric chair when I was 15.
Mm-hmm.
And so within like a year, they were like, because I was like, I mean, I lost it. I wasn't allowed to have a relationship with him like what I wanted, and I didn't realize. Like, I just, it's like they sat me down and told me, and I was like, you didn't let me have a relationship with him. I didn't know they were going to kill him that fast. You know what I mean? From him getting arrested, like, they killed him within like 11 years. Like, it did, let's see if my math is right. About 11 years, I think it took for them to give him the electric chair, which I think they should have waited, at least for my sake, wait until, it was like a rush to execution.
Mm-hmm.
Making my eye twitch. But anyway, I digress. So you were married in the Jehovah's Witnesses. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
And so you tell me, like, when did you start to date?
Like, officially dated My first wife, I was 22. This was
20,
crazy. I was 22. Okay. Imagine,
22.
imagine being, you raised in that religion.
Yeah. No, I don't have to imagine it. I was raised in the religion.
But no,
Let me imagine it, Mitch.
you gotta finish. You're this kid full of testosterone.
Yeah.
You don't date until you're 22. So we met,
Oh.
started dating, and like 4 months later, we were married.
Oh yeah. If you're engaged longer than 4 months, or if you're not married, if you start dating, and then if you're not married within 4 months, they assume you fornicated.
Yeah.
And after 4 months, they make you break up or get married, one of the two. Like, you're not allowed. Also, remember how you'd have to date? You couldn't date unless you, what's the term for it? That you had gears towards marriage. You were geared towards marriage, and that's the only reason why you'd be allowed to date.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just look, let me tell you about the socially awkwardness of a Jehovah's Witness man. Boy, I don't know, male. You're not even a male. Well, what do I even call you? A non-woman. Like, barely non-woman. The female awkward that is a Jehovah's Witness boy is so over the top. It's really not even funny. They do not know how to handle themselves around a woman. They do not know how to treat a woman like a woman. They do not know how to romance a woman. They don't know how to act around them, talk around them, nothing. Like zero. But anyway, but what happens is, there are so many brothers like you that don't date until they're, 22 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But how many sisters did you keep your eye on for when you did start to date? All of them? I know you. All of them. Yeah. It's like, meat market, keeping your eye.
Oh yeah.
And how many, now be honest, because, it's all of them.
Okay.
How many did you keep an eye on that the reason why you kept an eye on them is because they were too young to date?
Oh, that wasn't my issue. No.
Okay.
No. I like older women.
Oh, you married an older woman? That's weird. No, that happens because the sisters she was keeping an eye on you. It was the other way around, where it'd be like, oh no, I got my eye on this brother. As soon as he's old enough, I'm gonna get my hooks in him one way or another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And an older sister, I date younger men, so I understand. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna keep, but like starting young, it's like, well, no, she's spoken for. Like, how many times have you heard that, she's spoken for because brother so and so has had his eye on her for a while, and she's almost old enough to date, and so she's kind of promised to him, we're gonna see how it goes. And that's because he started gawking at her at 12. The back of the songbook gawking. The back of the songbook gawking. Because that's what he's doing. He's keeping an eye of, oh, there's a 10-year-old. I bet, if I wait around a little bit, when she's, 12, 13, 14, 15, I'll get her at a party. And one way or another, trick her into marriage.
Wow.
Who's ever not been tricked into getting married as a witness? You know what I mean? Tricked.
Yeah.
It's like I got tricked into getting married. I got because there's a judicial, there's a this and a that. You get tricked, you get guilted, you get accused. Like people accuse you, oh, I bet you they fornicated. I bet you they fornicated. And then you get accused, and then it's like to prove a point, you marry that person. I know that was the fact with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, I'm so mad.
Yeah.
I married people I never would have married. 3 times, at least. There's some I won't admit. I've been married long. What?
They were trying to say that happened to me. Like, trying to figure out if we fornicated. We got married after 4 months, and then we were married 2 months, and she got pregnant.
Oh.
So people started trying to do the math, trying to make it like we did it to
doing the math.
Yeah.
Did you fornicate before you got married?
Huh?
Did you fornicate before you got married?
Not officially.
So you goofed around. Not officially. You mean you didn't get caught?
No.
No, let me look you deep in the eye. Because you didn't get caught.
We did everything but.
Huh. And that's why it didn't work out, huh?
But we didn't do it before marriage, but yeah. We did stuff.
God, it's so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. So
I hope she never listens to this.
Oh, I know that she's gonna just myrtleize you. Myrtleize. Yeah. Don't blame me, woman. Don't. Is she still a witness? Is your first wife? Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bitch. Then. Fucking keep you were gawking at young Mitch, tricking him into getting married. Wake the fuck up, Mitch's first wife. Wake the fuck up.
I was so young and innocent.
Yeah, and then some older woman who I obviously how much older?
5 years.
So she was what, 27? You were 22? She was an old maid, man. That's an old. I'm sorry. I was 16 when I got married. That's an old maid. She's 11 years older than me when I got married. That's an old maid. So she was dead. She tricked you into heavy petting, tricked you into, tricking you into, fondulation, you know what I mean? God, whatever. Yeah.
It was bad.
Hey, can you turn up your mic a little bit?
It was finally to the point where, we were like, we better get married.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you were gonna mess up. Oh, you're gonna mess up. Heaven forbid you like each other, and find out if you're compatible. I want to know the divorce rate of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh my goodness.
Huge. Especially of our generation. Maybe not our parents, but us.
Yeah.
It's what our parents did to us.
Yeah,
swear to God.
I divorced 12 and a half years after marriage, that first marriage.
Oh, you stayed married 12 and a half years? Ugh.
I was trying to do it.
And then your second marriage was not a witness?
I met her while I was disfellowshipped my second time. She became.
Oh, crap. You converted a worldly. That's what it's called. Converted a worldly. I tried to convert a couple of worldlies. I tried to convert several worldlies. Never to the point of baptism, thank God. But it didn't matter. So, I mean, just the stupid behavior of, okay, you can't even sit next to somebody without them thinking you're engaged. You know what I mean? Here, I'm gonna mess with my thing.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go. You can't even. Oh, did I mess up with my camera?
No, it's
Is
good.
it good? Okay. Yeah, you can't even couple skate with somebody without them thinking you're engaged. You can't sit next to each other. You can't being in the same car group.
Oh,
Working with each other out in field service. Like you have to be engaged to work with each other out in field service. Without people thinking you're fornicating at the door. Like, you know it. Fornicating at the door.
well, we used to leave the Kingdom Hall. It would be a group of my friends, and then we would meet the car group of girls, and we would all pair up.
Oh yeah, the pairing up, where
But
you just pair up and then look the other way while the other ones are paired up too. Mm-hmm. At parties, as soon as the parents left the room, everybody takes a corner. There's a lot of places. Like there'd be one right there fornicating. There'd be one right there fornicating. One right over there. You know, all over the place. Just fornicating all over. You know, behind the sofa. This is a coupling up. God. Just sneaking around.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Well, you know what's funny is I actually miss that. I miss it. There's something about where you've gotta you have to fight to be together. You have to where everyone in the congregation hates it that we're together, and we have to fight to be together, and it's like a fight.
It was a fight.
Yep.
So 16, I can't believe it.
Oh, I know. Well, I was extremely mature. I was more mature than everybody else in the situation, and I was just wanting out of the house. I was just wanting, I needed out. I needed out of the house. I needed to be away, from my stepdad and my mom, because they were, I was being trafficked. I was just being trafficked all over the place. And I was, and what was funny is that it's like, man, you're sure trafficked a lot. People would say that about me. You're trafficked. I can see, it's like you're being trafficked all over. And I'm like, yeah. It's a way to get away from my parents, and I was willing to be trafficked to get away from the abuse. Like that's what traffickers will do too, by the way, is they will find a kid that's being abused at home, and they'll say, I can offer you a job, You like, do you know how to do massage? Like that's how it starts. Do you know how to do massage? Do you mind massaging wealthy guys? Oh, that'd be no problem. Sure. It's a whole lot better than getting beat with a wooden spoon, right? It's a whole lot better. Like if I had to choose going to the Kingdom Hall or massaging some rich guys, even for free, for room and board, what choice would I choose? It's like, it was way better than being abused in the Jehovah's Witnesses, but it was still horrible. But it was better than getting beat by my mother to sit still at the meeting with a wooden spoon. Unfortunately, all the trafficking money that I made went to Watchtower. That my parents then took the money I made and donated it to Watchtower. So know that, like, all of my like prostitution funds. Like that's what I call your just know that your prostitution trafficking funds have been donated to Watchtower 100%. So, you know, the amount of Watchtower and Awakes that have been printed with that money, you know, just, you know, okay, you know.
Wow.
But
how long did that go on?
it went on until I got married at 16, and then it morphs. Like it's, depending on your age, it changes. Like it's still going on. It's still going on. It's hard for me to get, once it starts, it never stops. Like I could show you things, you know, like it started with the demonized Smurf. That's part of my trafficking. I was trafficked as demonized Smurf girl. That was being trafficked. You know, creating chaos and I'm this demonized little girl and blah. That's part of where my trafficking will never ever not be talked about for the rest of eternity. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to think about that, but I'm glad that people still remember. My trafficking was so severe that it terrified people. You know, it was terrifying. Like if people were terrified just hearing about my trafficking abuse. Where it's like, no, she was so demonized. She made Smurf run down out of the cable. No, it was just me like flipping out. You know, I can be a very scary individual. You know what I mean? I can be a very scary person. So anyway, like I could go on and on about the weirdness of dating as a witness. We go like all the terms for it, all the rules, just rules of, I don't know how to describe it. There's all these rules. There's more rules to dating as a witness than anything else. Nothing else has, in the whole religion, you could add up all the other rules to stuff, and the dating rules would weigh any other list of rules. There should be, like the elder handbook, there should be a dating handbook, right? Oh, I gotta flash my ring. Flash your ring. You got your right hand ring on?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, did you lose it?
No, you never lose the ring.
Oh, I know. You see mine? It's a 3-strand cord ring. See how it's got three bands?
Yeah.
Nice. Cha-ching.
No, I feel like Sam.
You look like Sam.
Wow.
So you say you feel like Sam, so do you feel like a dick? No, you feel like a big giant jackass, right? You just feel like a jackass. Jackass. Sorry, we're never gonna get monetized if my mouth doesn't stay up. Never.
That's fine. We can say what we want to. We can say what we want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. With dating in the witnesses, it affects me now dating now because I don't know how, and I get super triggered and I get super upset. I get super sensitive. I blow up. I went back and I looked at old text messages from when I first started dating for the first time as an apostate. I've never dated being awake. You know what I mean? Dating and being awake is a completely different thing. Like it's so different. I dated as being asleep, of trying to pacify my parents, and dating worldly, but then, you know, getting caught dating worldly and having to even marry that worldly guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never dated as an awake person where I can date who I want. Like, I can date anybody I want. Did you know that, Mitch? I, Demonized Smurf Girl, can date anyone I want on the face of the planet.
It's exciting.
Anyone. It don't matter. Anyone. And knowing that is so powerful. God, that's powerful. It's powerful. Where before, okay, remember, okay, you see, you're a guy. A sister, there's less guys than girls in the witnesses. And so if a guy pays attention to you, there aren't that many guys to go around. And so you feel super flattered, and you don't have the liberty to be that picky. Like, you know, and in being picky, like, oh my God, being, you know, all Jehovah's Witness guys are alike. They're all the same. And so there's not much variety anyway. And so being picky doesn't even, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if a guy shows interest, it's like you don't even have a choice to say no thank you in the witnesses. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like, you know, I've dated guys where it's like, I can't believe it. Like, you know, it's like, but I like you. What do you mean? You can't just turn me down. What do you mean? It's like, no, thank you. No, thank you. You repulse me. Like, there were some brothers where they were actually shocked that I'm like, get away from me. You're a weirdo, you know, but the brothers think you and I would be a good match. It's like, I don't know. But the other night, what night would it have been? It was this weekend. So it was like Saturday. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I'm in a dating, like in a situation where a guy is hitting on me, I'll just accept it. Like, there's something weird about me where I just shut down and I will accept it and deal with it. But for whatever reason, something came over me on Saturday night where the witness girl in me completely went away. And he kept wanting to touching my arms, wanting to, like, asking me if he like, you know, wanting to rub my shoulders. And I was just sitting next to him. And normally as a witness girl, I would just, oh, you want to rub my shoulders? Okay, here you go. You know, or oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Oh, you bought me a drink. So that means you know, if you lean in to kiss me, you're allowed to kiss me because you bought me a drink. That's the Jehovah's Witness girl in me. That if a guy buys you a drink, he's allowed to do whatever he wants, to grope on you, whatever, anything. And I'm like, no, thank you. And I didn't even want him to buy me a drink. Like, no, thanks, I'm good. And he was rubbing on my arm, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I don't like being touched by you. Don't. Like, I just don't want to be touched right now. I was watching the game. I was watching the Cardinals. I think it was the Cardinals. I kind of blacked out for a minute, you know, like I was like, what are we? I was watching the game and I was drinking, you know, having a drink, watching the game on TV with everybody else, listening to music, and I'm kind of having PTSD. And he kept doing it, and I stood up for myself. And I stood up out of my chair, and I'm like, and I kept saying, stop, because because he was wanting to, well, I can't even describe it. And I was like, I almost punched him in the face. And I was just like, I don't want you to touch me. Not on the arm, not on the anything. I'm sitting here watching the game. That is it. I'm drinking my drink. You shut up. You sit down, or I am going to punch you in the face. And he almost got physical with me. Like, it almost got into a fist fight because I didn't want him to reach over and keep rubbing me on the arm all the time and wanting to grab on my arm. He wanted so badly to do it that we almost got to fisticuffs. And that's how hard it is of when I have to tell a guy no, of how insane, where I had to get, thankfully I was taller than he was. I had my boots on, so I was like maybe 5'7", because normally I'm 5'3 3/4. I was taller than him, and I'm like, I got bigger guns than you, man. And he goes, no, you don't. Oh, and I'm like, yes, I do. I'm taller than you. And then he at some point he was gonna fist fight me. And then I think he realized I was a woman. Like that I'm a woman, and that he was so bound and determined. He just wanted to, I don't even know what that was.
Yeah. I remember you told me I was not too happy. You was like some guy hitting on me.
Yeah.
Remember what I said?
I forget what you said. I was too blackout mad.
You said some guy is hitting on me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And you like, you sent back LOL.
I said, "What? Say it again."
You just sent back LOL when I said, "What the fuck?" You sent LOL.
Oh.
I'm like, "This is no LOL."
No, it's. And like, okay, and I told this guy that I was going to tell this story on the show today. He knows I'm going to tell this story, okay? I let him know. So I met this guy. This is another situation. I met this guy, and we, I got his phone number. Like, he gave me his phone. He gave me his phone number. Now, I'm not claiming to be some type of like big time celebrity or anything, but I am very widely known throughout our community of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. There is not, and even Jehovah's Witnesses, they know who I am. Like I'm well known in the Jehovah's Witness community, past and current and former. And I got treated like, he treated me like a Jehovah's Witness boy. And it was upsetting. This is bizarre. I don't know if I should tell this. You know how Jehovah's Witness boys will treat you like worthless. You know what I mean? Like they think that a date as a witness girl, the most date I ever went on was like getting paid to get into skate country. You know what I mean? Or getting my skates paid for, but Jehovah's Witness boys do not spend money on dates. Like, did you spend money on dates when you were dating? There's no dates really, but
I did.
You did? I didn't.
I was taught by I was taught by guys who taught me how to treat women.
Okay. Well, you're rare.
My uncles. So yeah, I in fact, that's what the girls would say around the circuit. Like, he takes good care of you when he takes you out.
I was not at all. At all. I always paid for myself because I had more money than the guys that I dated. Okay. So like, I would buy gifts for the guys. Like I bought a stereo for one guy and like bottles of cologne, but did I have any bought for me? One time, like the nicest gift I ever got was a half a dozen roses, and I had bought him a stereo and like some cologne and stuff. I had like, but he was working at Burger King. He knows who he is. And so I posted his picture on the internet already. And so anyway, to thank me for the gifts that I bought him for his graduation and stuff, he bought me a half a dozen roses, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. Where's the other half a dozen? And it was the first time I stood up for myself, and I closed the door in his face. And I took the flowers and closed the door in his face, and I cut the flowers up. Like Saturday night was like the night that I cut those flowers up and I was only 14 or 15 years old when I did that.
Wow.
Because I was dating very much underage. But I was always the one that had more money than the boys that I would date.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never got anything. So So anyway, I got what I thought was asked out on a date by a really attractive guy the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so excited because as an ex-Jehovah's Witness, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This guy gave me his phone number. I was really attracted to him, really good looking. I was super excited. I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm going to go on my first like real worldly date.
Mm-hmm.
And so we start talking, I'm texting him, and he's like, so are you busy tonight? And I'm like, nope, I'm not. Nope. I was excited to go on a date, and he asked me over to watch a movie and over to his house. And I was like, no, that I wasn't comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Going over to a guy I didn't know who it was over to his house. So I'm like, well, maybe could we meet somewhere else? Neutral. Maybe we go somewhere and just have a drink somewhere, that would be nice. And, just have a drink, one drink, what's one drink, right? $5, right? He goes, oh, I can't. I'm short on my rent, and so I need to save my money. I've never been so offended in my entire life that he could not afford a $5 rum and coke after he just gave me his phone number and wanted to see me. And I, was like, I don't. And he goes, well, why can't you just come over to my house? He goes, don't you want to do me? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm demonized Smurf girl of the Jehovah's Witnesses. If you can't afford a $5 rum and coke so I feel comfortable around you, there are a bunch of other guys that will. And then I said to him, I have a show called Watchtower After Dark. I just told him this afternoon. I said, I have a show on iHeartRadio and YouTube and stuff called Watchtower After Dark. I hope you don't mind if I share this story of and he goes, what's the name of it? Where can I see it? And it's like, okay, here you go, buddy. Here's the show. So he'll probably see it because how he's gonna see it. I'm gonna send it to him.
Why?
I'm gonna text him a link to the show that seriously, guys need to have some game. You know what I mean? Some game.
You don't think that's gonna upset him when he hear what you say?
Why do I care?
Because you might have to see him again.
What?
You might have to see him again.
No. Even if I do, it'll be hysterical.
Wow.
He was just he was a blue-eyed Mexican guy at the grocery store. You know. No, but it's like hurtful because it's like, okay, normally that wouldn't be a big issue, but it was that I was extremely sensitive, you know, like standing up for myself that, hey, if I don't want a guy wanting to rub up on my arm all the time and like and rubbing my neck, you know, some guy that I don't know, and having to stand up for myself like, hey, don't touch me. I don't, you know, like being touched. I don't want to be touched. You know, I don't want you to rub my neck, you know, like leave, don't touch me. Don't this, don't that, you know. There's something's broke. I think, I don't know. I'm gonna have to continue to date a little bit and get back to you on you know, on what it's like to date as an ex-Jehovah's Witness, but it's not easy, and it's not easy to date as an abuse victim either, because it's like when you get treated like, you know, like I was saying, there's certain triggers where it's like there's just a certain trigger that I can't even explain it. It's a certain trigger or just a certain something, and you know, of the number that the Jehovah's Witnesses did to us, where it was like instantly I thought, is this a Jehovah's Witness boy? You know, like, what do you know, you want my mom to pay for us to go couple skate at skate country? I don't have any money, you know, you got to pay to get in, and you got to buy skates, and then I suppose you're going to want some, so, you know, something to drink and eat too. And it's, I mean, I remember Witness Boys like in the 80s where I'd be like, it's okay, I got my own money, I do modeling, I probably make more than your parents. I would say that to them. I probably make more than your parents do. Don't worry, I'll pay for us to go skating. And then they'd get all emasculated.
Yeah. You think.
Or then there was sometimes I'd be rule of why I was so demonized. I would say, yeah, you know, your son can't afford to take me on a proper date, you know. So I paid for everything, brother so and so. Hey, I was just wondering, do you need any help paying your mortgage? Because it sounds like you're pretty strapped. Like and they'd be like, she's so rude. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Why don't you try and kick me out of the kingdom, huh? I'm only 14, you know, I'm like 14, and, you know, my parents are witnesses. Go for it. I was the rudest person. I, like, seriously was rude. But I've never in my life been so offended. And so it was like, I told him I was going to tell that story, so I told her. You know, there's nothing more hurtful. Where it's like, you know, sorry, I'm like talking too much. I'm like talking more than you are. I'm sorry.
It's your show.
Yeah, I know. But I like talking to you in return.
How long were you married when you got married at 16?
3 years and 26 days. Do you know exactly how long you were married? Like exactly?
No. Too long.
I do. And then my second marriage was about 4 years. And my third was, 19, I think. I don't even want to think about that. I've been married, you know, I've been married longer than I've been single, you know, because I was married so young. Never once allowed to marry who I wanted, never allowed to date who I wanted, like never, not once able to just date who I wanted. Just, I want to date who I want. Never. Always had to settle because for some reason it was like, well, that's the best I can do because I'm in the witnesses, and then you're in a congregation and you're not allowed to go to other congregations. Like, I was even limited when I was a witness. I was limited to my congregation. If I dated someone out of sight of my congregation, the brothers threw a fit. Like, I was so controlled. I was more control. Okay, I was more controlled about who I could date than every other witness combined. I couldn't just date who I wanted at all, ever.
Why was that?
Because I'm demonized Smurf girl. You know, and my family controlling the organization. It was like, you know, my stepdad used that as leverage. Can you imagine? Like, imagine your daughter being demonized Smurf girl, and the leverage you would have of like, guess what I couldn't show? Guess what I can say? Guess what's in my judicial file? Like, you know. And then I was thrown away like garbage. Like, they throw people away like garbage. And it's like, oh no, brothers, I'll throw you away like garbage. You know, you want to see demonized? I'm capable of a lot. Like, I was capable of that at, like, you know what, in 82, I think I was like 8, almost 9 when it happened. Probably had just turned 9. April 8th, 1982. I'm capable of that in single digit age. And I've been capable of a lot ever since, you know. So, God, this is, yeah, I got super triggered the other night. I've never had my abuse so triggered as the other night.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. It's good, though, to have this forum where I can show people what being triggered looks like, where you can see other programs of how being triggered by something can really, where you can see it other. Mitch is choking to death.
That last puff was good.
Are you smoking weed?
Yeah.
Oh, just nicotine. Nicotine Tony. I was going to buy a pack of cigarettes, but then I forgot. Because I just forgot. You know, nicotine will make you forgetful, I think. But, oh, so what kind of, you didn't see, when you saw brothers eyeballing other little girls, you know, you had to have seen the eyeballing of little girls, like, well, you know, she's not old enough yet, but, you know, I'm going to wait. Or they would say, I'm waiting on little sister so-and-so till she comes of age.
Yeah, I would hear that. And one brother told me one time, he was, oh my goodness, sorry. He was waiting on his one to turn 18 because he felt he could train her good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't believe you just said that, Mitch. Yeah. Yeah, she'll be young enough to train.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be young enough to keep under control. Oh God. Oh.
Yeah, he said that. I told him, don't ever talk like that around me again.
Yeah. God. On JW Match. I've been on JW Match a lot.
Yeah, I see.
So I went from 0 to 3,000 with 0 attention. I just put it on there, my profile on there, and left it. Because, you know, you have to pay for it to, like, interact mainly. And so I just put it on there. So I got 3,000 views. Then what you can do is you can heart them. Like, you can heart them where it's like, where you're interested, like right swipe. You can swipe right on them, or you can swipe left. So I was swiping right, swiping right, swiping right. I went from 3,000 to 4,500 in just a couple of days.
Goodness.
Also, you know what's huge? Because I was looking, my pictures, I've got where I made like a Kingdom Hall crash, you know, where I'm standing with my cell phone. It's not a real one, but I edited it so it looks like a Kingdom Hall crash. And I've got me with my Fez hat on, that one picture of me with my Fez hat on. I've got me as Uncle Tony. I've got these pictures. I've got several hundred likes of my photos. My photos, I haven't looked recently. It's between 300 to 500 likes of my photos. Do you know the average likes? Because I was like, I got a lot of likes of my photos. I can't believe it. You know, I've got a lot of likes. Most other accounts have 0 likes of their photos.
Mm-hmm.
And hardly any of them have more than 5 likes of their 5. But I've got like 300 to 500 likes. And all the other accounts have like 0 to 5.
Oh my goodness.
So that's pretty funny. And that's the way it was at the Kingdom Hall. You know, it was overwhelming at the Kingdom Hall. Even when I'm overtly, here's me in my Fez hat, here's me doing a Kingdom Hall crash, here's me mocking Uncle Tony, here's me doing this. And it's popular. So they're awake on JW Match, they're stupid. Probably more like they're stupid and don't know. Like, oh, look at her in this little red hat, or I don't even know. Yeah. Like I should just put like a big pentagram on me or something. Like somehow pagan. I'm just pagan, or I hate Jehovah. Like just like I hate Jehovah. And I don't know, like what more.
They still wouldn't care.
No, they don't.
I know.
Just as I'm sitting here, it's going ping, 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 because they email messages. It's pinging. It's pinging all the time. It's like ding.
Goodness.
It's annoying. I'm going to have to shut it down. Because as soon as I started to right swipe, it was like it doubled. You know, it went from 3,000 to 4,500. So it was like, you know, it doubled. You know, 50% more. Just a couple days.
You're popular.
Them brothers is thirsty.
Yeah.
They're thirsty. You're thirsty, mate. Like, he's like, yeah, thirsty brothers.
Wow.
But
I'm laying low.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, like, dating is completely different now than, obviously, other than the Jehovah's Witnesses, it's different just from the time frame of dating. Then taking into account the Jehovah's Witness aspect of it, I don't even know, how does it even work? You probably don't know either.
How does what work?
Dating work, like in the normal world. I even tried to do Tinder. Oh my God, I tried to do Tinder like a while ago when I first woke up. In like 2016, from 2016 to 2017, I tried to do Tinder. What a disaster. I don't even remember. I actually am still friends with one of the guys I met on Tinder. I made a friend. We've been friends for what? 8 years. No, wait, that's more than that. Well, we met in 2018. So like 8 years we've been friends. So I did make a friend off of Tinder. We dated on and off.
Okay.
But when you're dating on and off for 8 years, we're like practically married. I'm like, I actually like him more than any of my ex-husbands. Like, seriously. I'm like, he's the only non-husband that I've ever lived.
Wow.
Because, he knows not to bug me. He puts up with me.
what would you do if somebody from JW Match said they wanted to date you?
From a JW where?
Match.
Oh, that they want to date me?
Yeah.
They're asking me as you're saying that. They're ringing in.
You just ignore them?
Yeah, there's like 4,500 of them. 4,500. I said no to 4,500 already. It's like, no, thank you. And I don't even look because there's no desire. I know that it would be a nightmare. That would be a nightmare. What's the point? So I ignore it. Yeah, I've got asked out on 4,500 dates so far. And I think I'm engaged to a bunch of them. Because once you heart their account, does that mean you're engaged?
No, just mean you all are interested in each other.
What? Say it again?
I think it means you all are interested in each other.
Yeah. Well, on JW Match is where my Uncle Clyde and Aunt Jessica met.
Oh.
Who got murdered.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why I go on there, because I wanted to see, I wanted to see what it was like. You know, they got murdered because of them, getting married, of the circumstance, living with Uncle Brent and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They got married at the courthouse. It was all secret. They were all Pillowgate. They met on JW Match. They were being all Pillowgatey. And so I went on there to see, why did she pick my Uncle Clyde out of everyone? Like, seriously, my Uncle Clyde Hansen was the least choice of, did she deliberately pick? Because I was thinking that, did she deliberately pick the ickiest brother she could possibly find on that site? Or was my Uncle Clyde Hansen, Clyde Hansen, was he the best choice that she could choose on that site? Was he either the worst one and she was stupid, or was that the best choice? And I don't know.
Yeah.
I think maybe it was the best choice she could have, but then they ended up murdered because of it. And I was like, God, why did you choose Uncle Clyde? What are you thinking? Choosing somebody off a JW Match? What kind of horror nightmare is that? It's like Jehovah's Witness Jeffrey Dahmer you just chose. You're going to end up. And I remember thinking, I'm not I guess I am kind of clairvoyant, but I'm thinking, she's going to wind up getting chopped up with a machete. She's going to get. And then she did. So I go on there. And the reason why I go on there is because I'm thinking about her. And I keep an eye out thinking, there's a bunch of other Jessicas on here. Like, I want to say to you sisters, when you're going on to JW Match, my Aunt Jessica was swiping and chose Uncle Clyde and moved in with Uncle Clyde and Uncle Brent and wound up chopped up with a machete. Don't you be going on that JW Match. That's why I go on there. And, I pick certain ones of like, this is what's going on. That is like, a nightmare fest going on in there.
Okay.
And there are a bunch of fake ones too. There are some attractive ones, but I can tell like they're not real. And if they are, I have no idea. But there are some attractive I was like, that's an attractive guy. That's weird. But I think they're all fake.
Okay.
So you should go on there too and tell me what the female side looks like. Would you do that? Just make some account.
Make a fake account.
Yes. No, make it real. Put your cigar picture. Put your cigar one. And then tell me. And then tell me when you find me. That would be hysterical.
I don't like witness women.
You don't have to talk to them, Mitch. You just make it and see what happens.
I don't even like looking at them.
You don't have to look.
They annoy me.
You let them like you. You're just scared because you won't get it. You won't beat me in views.
Please.
Think of it as a competition.
Please.
Yeah, it's a JW match competition to see who's more likable, me or you.
Well, something about you already got me beat. So
Yeah. No, I'll give you like a year head start. I'll stop, and then you. Well, I've been doing it for a year. A year. You know what? There's one thing about me. I've got dedication. I'm dedicated.
you are.
I know. If some of you ex-J-dubs who are new, if you had any idea the stuff that me and my my friends in the army have done over the years, over the decades, God, about time so many people are waking up. It's about time. Like it's an influx. I can see like COVID and everything, and all the changes are waking people up. But it's like it's about time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what it looks like when the organization is crumbling.
Yeah. It is.
There's really nothing more to fight, in my opinion. Heal and get closure.
Yeah.
So it's been an hour. I hope this has been a good show, everybody. Here I'm in my shrine, got my stuff. You can see my house now. That's right there. It's where the magic happens. It looks kind of like it's outside. That's not outside. There's outside. Yeah, this is my place. My little genie bottle. This is where I stay. This is where Smurf Girl does her voodoo. I do voodoo in there, in the fireplace. That's where I burn pictures of the governing body and my enemies.
Wow.
I do rituals in the fireplace. That's a butter churn. It's where I churn my enemies.
She's just kidding around.
No, I'm keeping nice. My Okay, I'm back. I got a phone call. It's probably somebody from JW Match. JW Match is like, hey, you got to start paying for this because you're getting too much activity. I'll be like, hey, I haven't gotten lucky once. 4,500. I haven't gotten lucky once. Not once. Like none. Not once.
It's because you're playing around with them.
Yeah, I'm toying with their emotions. Oh God, Mitch, do you think I'll get this fellowship for toying with their emotions?
Yes, because you're not dating with marriage in view.
Oh, I'd marry all of them if I could. It would take marrying that many to make me happy. To be able to be like, okay, no, y'all disappoint me.
But
do they? But oh, you know what? The next new light?
What?
Plural marriage.
What?
Plural marriage. They're going opposite of everything, right? Opposite. No college, beards, no beards. Singular marriage. Now, you know what? Fornicating, is going to be fine. Because it is. They're going opposite. So then fornication, they're going to say, brothers, we realize that not sleeping together before marriage causes a problem, and we think it's a requirement that you do sleep together and live together before you're married. Like, you know what I mean? If they're going to go the exact opposite of reality every time, what's the opposite of everything else? Like ties, no ties.
And I still would
no pants. What?
I still would not go back.
Yeah, I wonder what else they could change that, Oh, with chaperones. No chaperones. Oh, no chaperones. Can you imagine? I will type up a letter from the faithful slave myself that chaperones cramp a guy's style and it emasculates. Can you imagine me and Mark Sanderson going on a date and being like, hey, maybe Samuel and Gloria Hurd can come with as chaperone. You know, would maybe the Letts, do you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese again? You know, because we went to Chuck E. Cheese once for hospitality with the Letts. We took them to Chuck E. Cheese. Have you ever seen Stephen Lett's face when he sees the Chuck E. Cheese band for the first time ever? like, he was just like, what? No, seriously. He was standing in front of the ratty old Chuck E. Cheese band, just like, wow. He was so in awe. That was the moment I think that he got chosen for the governing body, because they're like, any guy that just stands with his mouth agape gawking at the Chuck E. Cheese band. So easily impressed. Getting pizza buffet. Did you like he loves buffets. The way to Stephen Lett's heart is a smorgasbord. Hey, Brother Lett. Hey, Uncle Stephen, you like a smorgasbord? Just salad and, breadsticks. All you can eat breadsticks. Any kind of smorgasbord. No, his favorite word is smorgasbord. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
We used to have a fight, me and Stephen Lett, on whether it was smorgasbord or buffet. It's buffet, Brother Lett. Buffet. No, smorgasbord is more borky, smorgasbordy. That's him.
That's old school. When I was in Chicago, a kid in Chicago, it was a restaurant. That was the name of it. Smorgasbord.
Oh, it's probably owned by the Letts. Don't eat there.
That's
Ponderosa.
Like every witness went to those two places, the Smorgasbord or Ponderosa after the assembly.
But only salad bar.
Yeah.
You could, if you went to Ponderosa, okay, back in the 80s and stuff, if you went to Ponderosa or Bonanza, they were the two same things.
Yeah.
If you went to Ponderosa and you ordered like a steak with your buffet, you were wealthy. Yeah. And you'd probably get publicly reproved for showing off your wealth by ordering a ribeye with your salad bar.
Yeah.
In fact, I know it's true that it's like, well, we don't want to be. I remember my mother. Oh my God, my mother. I'm like, I want, can I get like a hamburger or something too? I want to get the ribeye. I'd always want to get the ribeye. I don't know why. And I'd be like, can I please get a ribeye? Can I get a steak with the buffet? I don't, and she'd be like, we don't want to show off our wealth, honey. We don't want to show off. Just getting an entree with the salad bar was a show off of wealth. And it was. You couldn't do it. And so we wouldn't be able to. But then Mom would say, well, we'll come back next week and then we will. And we'd be like, okay. Or even going to Furs and getting a soda with your Furs. Do you remember that?
No.
Well, here, going to Furs and getting a soda with your Furs was a big giant deal.
So what is that, a restaurant?
Furs is like a buffet, like Hometown Buffet, like Golden Corral.
Okay. Right.
Where you buy the drink separate. Like the drink is, you get the buffet and the drink is extra.
Yeah.
Or if you went and you did not have a buy one, get one free coupon, where it would be this big long line of witnesses going in, and they would have where you'd have to get like the inside of the shopper, with the coupon in it. Oh, I'm getting all Midwest on people. But you go to get the shopper with the buy one, get one free coupon. And then there'd be several of them. And then they'd hand them all out to everybody to get
Oh,
buy one, get one free. And then just be all these witnesses, buy one, get one free. I've never seen a bunch of cheapskates, a bigger group of cheapskates in my goddamn life. And then the ladies that are the waitresses would be so upset. It's like, oh, here come all those witnesses. They don't tip. You know, you don't this, you don't that, you know, the tipping. Where's my tip calculator? I wouldn't want to tip too much. You know, you got a tip calculator. So how much? Okay. Do you remember the number one most embarrassing thing of being at a buffet with your Jehovah's Witness father?
what?
And he says real loud, so how much are we supposed to tip this lady? You know, like this, you know, are we supposed to tip her? What are we supposed to tip? I don't want to tip too much. You think, is this too much? And talking too loud.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, it's fine. Oh. And then I'd take more out and just put more in there and just be like, just shut up. You're so embarrassing. How much is 15%? 10% should be fine. What's 10%? Or him saying like a moron. The bill, 50, he'd always go like this. Oh my God. He'd get the check. There'd be like, you know, who was going to grab the check? And he'd go like this. And he'd go, ooh. You know, like, whoa, that's a lot. So how much is 10% on $50?
Oh my goodness.
You know how much is 10%?
Oh,
Like, if you don't know, I can't tell you. You know, not that hard.
he didn't have
Just
a
want to
smartphone.
just lose your mind, and it's so embarrassing. So embarrassing.
He didn't have a smartphone.
I know. He needed a tip calculator. So we'd always just say, you know, I'm going to get you a tip calculator, you know, 10%. You know, it's like what? $5. You know, take off a zero, $5. Double it, $10. You know, give her $10, give her 20. Just shut up and just give her some money. Just a tip to a Jehovah's Witness. Well, is she a sister? Then you'd have to know, are you tipping a sister?
Yep.
Or are you tipping a worldly? Don't want to tip he'd say, don't want to tip a worldly too much. Don't want to tip a worldly too much. She's just going to go and spend it on drugs anyway. You know, she's just going to go and fornicate with it, right? You know, oh, he was the worst person. Just the worst, most embarrassing person I've ever anything in my entire life. That's why he doesn't have any friends anymore. All of his friends are in prison. He's got nobody to go to Furs with. Furs is closed. And the reason why is because all that went to Furs, they're gone. I knew when the witnesses were, if the witnesses ever, like if the organization ever went down, I used to joke to Arden Hansen. I used to say, you'll know when the organization is bankrupt is when Furs goes out of business. And it has. Like, there was several Furs here in town and they're all out of business. And I'm like, it's because no more witnesses. They're out of business. So Furs went bankrupt, then that means witnesses went bankrupt too. It's delicious. It's delicious. Oh, it's a smorgasbord of apostasy, Brother Let. Here, Uncle Stephen, it's a smorgasbord. Look at Mitch. Whoopie's this way. Chocolate Mitch, just like a chocolate mousse, like an Oreo cookie with his, you know, with his gray beard. That's a smorgasbord dessert. We got all the smorgasbord of all these apostates. There's all kinds. There's me, you know. You got so many apostates to choose from. I remember it wasn't that long ago, Mitch, that you either, you watch Kim and Mikey, or you watch me, or you watch Lloyd, or you watch Six Screens. That's the way it was, not just 2017. That you did not have, or you watch Critical Thinker with JT and Lady C, and that was basically the only channels that there was like those 2, 3, 4, like, the 5 of us were the main channels, and everyone else was kind of like a viewer. And now you've just got so many channels to find in, like Panda Tower didn't exist. JW Thoughts did not exist. Like, all of those did not exist on YouTube back when I started. None of them did. And now it's like you go, and TikTok didn't even exist. TikTok didn't exist. Instagram was not being used. We didn't do Instagram, and now it's like you scroll and like just apostate. I don't know with yours. Do you just scroll through apostates? Like, there's so many.
Yeah, it seems like it alternates. Some days it'll be all apostates. Some days I get nothing but active Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh yeah.
Pisses me off.
Well, those are fake. Just know, witnesses don't do Instagram. They don't do that. That's the organization. I know that for a fact. That is AI. Like those Instagram-y, TikTokies, those are fake. Those are not real witnesses. That's the organization making it look like, so that there is some sort of presence of witnesses online. But those are not real witnesses. Real witnesses don't do that. Like, did you do that? Well, you did, didn't you? Those inspirational things. But of real witnesses, did you know of other real witnesses that did what you did?
Like, make a motivational page?
Yeah, like real witnesses that did Instagram.
Like, just for personal use?
No, to promote the organization.
Oh.
It would just be you and Daryl Wahlberg. That was it. Everyone else is fake. They're all fake. There's no real witnesses online. Other than that, there's hardly any. Daryl Wahlberg's the last witness online. So, well, it's been a great show. I think I said what I need to say. God, it's been really triggering of what the witnesses did to us to be able to find a mate outside the organization. Like, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
That's why I've been, single for so long now. Just recovering, like the recovery. It's been like almost like 8 years. 8 years of marriage recovery. And I think I'm just now like, as a single person, decorating an apartment, a townhouse where it's like, okay, I'm by myself. It's taken 8 years to be like, okay, and I'm gonna decorate it how I like it. I'm gonna make it, and and do this. I'm a single girl, and and so I feel your pain to all the rest of you out there. And you don't have to settle. You can date anybody you want. Anybody. As many as you want, and until you find the right one. And if someone, even if you have interest in someone and you're allowed to change your mind, boys and girls. That if you go out on a date with somebody, and even if they think that you led them on, like, oh, I thought you liked me or something, you can say, oh, I'm sorry, it just didn't work out.
Yep.
Don't touch my arm like that. Don't this, don't that. I don't know, not that. Stop. Like, it's very hard to say no as a Jehovah's Witness girl. Where we're not allowed to say no. And I'm enjoying saying no. This feels good. Just to say it just 'cause. No. like, nope, don't want to.
That's your right.
Yep. Thanks, Mitch, for the platform. It makes me feel better.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I think this is the first time I've smiled throughout the whole broadcast. Whew.
And how can people find you?
On TikTok. Oh, is TikTok going to be taken down tonight? Or is that a lie?
Oh, no, they were talking about sometime in September.
Oh, okay. I thought it was tonight.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Fake news. ex-JW Smurf girl. Donald Smurf. Fake news, fake news. Okay, I just want to say Donald Smurf for several times. Hey, Donald Smurf. You can find me on Instagram, ex-JW Smurf girl, Rose Bundy, and on TikTok too, YouTube, Facebook is Vanessa Lee Rose Bundy. Yeah, you can find me all over. Just Google me and click on something and you'll find me. Message me, it'll be okay. Unless you're from JW Match, then mind your own beeswax. Just gawk and don't say a word. That's what they do.
Heartbreaker.
Yeah, I'm a man eater. Oh, I see another one just came up. Oh, see, you can't see. It says good news. One of your favorites just text messaged you or emailed me. It's like good. It just popped up. Ridiculous. Well, thanks a lot for listening to Watchtower After Dark, everybody. Mitch, do you have anything? How can people find you? Are you good? Or they already found you if they're watching you.
Yeah, just look me up on ex-J-Dub on any platform. I'll come up.
Yep. And then you can, we're on iHeartRadio and Spotify and a bunch of others.
Yeah.
Google Watchtower After Dark. You can find us. Smurf Girl and Mitch, or Rose Bundy and Mitch, whatever, Watchtower After Dark. If you Google it, you'll find us. And yeah, you can find us with a quick Google search of all our different forums.
Yeah.
And we love you. And it is gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It is a long journey, a journey of healing. And but I can see that for all of us, it is gonna be okay. We're gonna survive this, and we're gonna be happy. We're gonna get closure. We're gonna move on. We're gonna have, a big giant party at some point after this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mitch. All right. Have a good one, everybody. You ready to turn it off?
Yeah. We can end it.
Okay. Love you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
See you next time.